हरि ओम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। भगवद्गीता, a conversation with God daily. In this series, today, chapter 13, shloka number 12. Nyeyam yattat pravakshyami yanyatvam ashnute anadimat param brahma na sattadna asaduchyate. Yesterday, Lord Krishna explained the various qualities that one should possess in order to attain that thing called jnanam, in order to attain that wisdom. And because it takes you to that wisdom, those things were themselves called as jnanam. And today, nyeyam yattat pravakshyami. What is it that should be known? What is knowledge we saw yesterday? That knowledge should be regarding what? Knowledge about what? That is explained today. Nyeyam yat tat pravakshyami. I'll say about that which is to be known. Pravakshyami. I'll tell as it is. And knowing this, you will attain immortality. Why is it that he is speaking on the result that is to be attained even in the beginning? Because he wants to kindle that interest in us. Oh, we attain immortality. One will conquer death on knowing this. In order to inspire the listener with regard to the topic. Anadimat param brahma. It is that nyayam is without any beginning. It is that supreme Brahman. Na sat tad na asad uchyate. Na sat. So many things exist in this world. It is not any of them. It is not anything that exists. Oh, then you mean to say it doesn't exist at all? There is nothing called Brahman. It is just not there at all. You mean to say? No. You cannot say that it does not exist also. What is meant is, whatever you see with this physical eyes, none of it it is not any of that. But that doesn't mean it is not there at all. It is there. But it cannot be perceived by any of the senses. If you cannot see something with this naked eyes, you cannot hear it, you cannot taste it, you cannot feel its touch, then how can you perceive it? So, it is beyond perception. It is so subtle, but it exists. सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति. Sarvatah Pani Padam. It has got legs and hands everywhere. It has got eyes, heads, mouths, ears, everywhere. It is present everywhere. The meaning is all living beings, whatever is present in this universe, their hands are all hands of the Brahman. Their legs are all legs of the Brahman. Their eyes are all eyes of the Brahman. So, the Brahman has eyes everywhere, it has ears everywhere, it has mouths everywhere, it has hands everywhere, it is present everywhere. सर्वेन्द्रिय गुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रिय विवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च. सर्वेन्द्रिय गुणाभासं, all the senses, they actually shine only because of that Brahman. That Brahman shines through the senses. You say, oh, does the Brahman exist or not? If whatever we see is not the Brahman, and you also say it cannot be perceived by any of the senses, then you say, you cannot say it does not exist also, you say. Then how am I to know? You can know from the fact that you see, you hear. How is it that you see? Because it is there inside. How is it that you hear? Because it is there inside. When it leaves the body, then you just lie dead. It is only a dead body. You call this body then a dead body. It is dead. Something is gone. It is gone. That Atma Chaitanya is gone. Now you can no longer see, you can no longer hear. So that Atma shines through the sense organs. By the functioning of the sense organs, you can know that it is there inside. Sarvendriya Vivarjitam, but it is without any senses. Just now it was said, it has 1,000 eyes, it has eyes everywhere, it has ears everywhere. Now it is said, it doesn't have any senses at all. It is totally devoid of sense organs. It means all those eyes, ears present everywhere, they function only because of the Brahman. And the Brahman only is all of them. So, all those are the Brahmans. But the Brahman on its own, it doesn't actually need them at all. If it wants to see, it doesn't need the sense organ called the eye. If it wants to hear, it doesn't need an ear. If it wants to taste, it doesn't need the tongue. It can actually move without legs. The Upanishad also says that Apanipado Javano Grahita Pashyati Achakshuhu. It sees even without the eyes. It moves without the legs. The Upanishads speak about it. So, it is totally devoid of all sense organs. asaktam, sarvabhrit shaiva. It actually supports everything. Everything should have a basis, right? A mirage, we say it does not exist actually, but that also should have a basis. The Brahman is the basis, the support for everything, for this entire universe. Nirgunam guna bhoktrucha. Nirgunam. It is devoid of Sattva-guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. It is devoid of all the three gunas. Guna bhoktrucha, but it is the one that experiences, that enjoys everything that happened because of the gunas. Because of the gunas, the living being actually experiences happiness, he experiences sorrow, he experiences various emotions. And how is all that possible? Only because that Brahman is inside. So, being as the Antaryami of the Jiva, it actually makes that living being experience everything. So it is called Guna Bhoktru. It is the one that enjoys everything. Bahirantascha bhutanam acharam charameva cha sukshmatvat tada vigneyam durastham chantike cha tat. Bahirantascha bhutanam. It is present both outside and inside the living beings. The skin is taken as the limit for this body. So outside the outer skin is outside. Brahman is present outside, and inside also Brahman is only present. That outer limit which you call the skin, we take it as the limit. That also is only because of ignorance. You mean to say outside this body the Brahman exists, inside this body that Brahman exists. Then what is this body actually? That also is Brahman. Acharam charamevacha. Whatever moves in this universe, whatever that does not move, everything is Brahman. That means nothing other than the Brahman exists in this universe. You said outside, you said inside, then there is something called middle. No, that middle is also Brahman. But Sukshmatvat tad avigneyam. You say everything is Brahman, but I am not able to know it, I am not able to see it at all. Because it is so subtle. Can you see space? No, you are not able to see. Similarly, the Brahman is so subtle that you cannot see it. Durastham cha antike cha tat. It is very far from us, and it is also very near. For the ajnani, for the ignorant, even if he takes 1,000 births, and if he is not going to put in any effort to know the Brahman, if he is not going to give up his desires, if he is not going to take the spiritual path, then he will never know the Brahman. It is so very difficult to realize it. So, durastham, it is very far. But it is very near also. For the jnani, it is himself. You need not even stretch your hand to take it. It is just yourself. Within you itself, you are only that. So very near, so very close to you it is. The closest thing, the dearest thing, your best relative, your best friend, your most close thing is that Brahman. Nothing can be closer. So it is very far, it is very near. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam bhuta bhartru cha tagnyeyam grasishnu prabha vishnu cha. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. It is present everywhere. It cannot be divided. It has no parts. It cannot be divided. It is one total thing present everywhere. But it is seen as many living beings. As if there are so many different things. As if it has been divided. Bhuta bhartrucha tadnyeyam. It supports everything. During the sthiti, srishti, sthiti and samhara we have. During the sthiti, it is the Brahman that supports everything. We have already said so many times, everything happens in this universe only because of the Brahman. The sun shines, there is air for us to breathe, the earth holds us, we have water to drink. Every living being, so many processes are happening in the body. So many things are happening in the life of every person. The results of the karma, everything is supported only by the Brahman. And Grasishnu, it is the one that swallows everything. Finally, during the pralaya, it swallows everything. Prabha Vishnu cha, it is also the one that actually created everything. Jyotishamapi tad jyotihi tamasah paramuchyate jnanam nyeyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam. Jyotishamapi tad jyotihi. It is the light of all lights. We have the sun, the moon, the stars. Everything shine only because it shines. Only because of its radiance, everything shine. It is so bright. Morning, 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So bright, everything can be seen because there is sunlight. But can the dead person see? A person is dead. It is broad daylight, but he cannot see because that Atma Jyoti is gone. Only if that Jyoti is there, even the Jyoti of the sun, it shines. So it is the light of all lights. Tamasah paramuchyate. And when you cross that darkness, the darkness of ignorance, when it is crossed, beyond that, the Brahman, that knowledge exists. Jnanam nyeyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam. Jnanam nyeyam jnanagamyam. Jnanam, the knowledge, what was explained yesterday. As you should not think very high of yourself. You should not harm others. Like so many things were listed out in order to attain that wisdom. Those things. Nyayam, whatever is to be known, that Brahman which is to be known. About that also today it was explained. Jnana Gamyam, and through that knowledge which was explained yesterday, you can attain that Brahman which was explained today. It is attained through that knowledge, Jnana Gamyam. And don't think, oh, something very great, something that is very difficult to understand is being said. Is it possible for me to attain that wisdom? Will I realize that Brahman? Will I become that Brahman? Is it so very difficult? No, it is not at all difficult. Hridi sarvasya vishtitam. It is in you. It is in everybody's heart. Don't think it is something to be earned. I have to earn it. No, it is in you. It is already there. Nothing new has to be earned. It is already there in you. But it has been veiled, masked by your thought that I am this body. Just give that up. The spatika is totally colorless. When a red color flower is placed near it, then it seems to be red. It is red in color. So, now, it has changed to red. The colorless one has now become red. No, it looks as if it is red. Just remove that, take out that red flower from there. Again, it just becomes colorless. Similarly, it is as if you are this living being. It is as if you will die one day. You are not omnipotent. You don't know even what is going to happen after 1 month. It is as if you are limited by the upadhis. No, just give up that thought that you are this body. I can see only with this eyes. I can hear only with this ear. My knowledge is limited only by my intelligence. No, just give up everything connected with this body and not this body. Just bring that firm conviction. So, that wrong notion, remove that flower, that dark black flower, that ignorance, which is totally masking the Brahman. When that flower is removed, then the Brahman just shines. That's how, nothing, it is there. And it cannot be affected in any way, whatever sort of life you lead for how many ever births. It is always there inside, pure, shining in its true nature. It is in you. Just remove the unwanted thing. It will automatically shine. We'll stop with that for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Hare